Proximity to Hougang MRT, generous land size and attractive entry price. Hi, I'm Justine from Crestbreak, and today I want to share with you this exciting opportunity at Riverfront Residences, a one-bedder at a size of 463 square feet that is priced at slightly above 700,000. So if you are looking for a cozy place to set up your family, or you're an investor who's looking for a unit with good rental yield, keep on watching. Riverfront Residences is situated along Hougang Avenue 7, and we are just about 12 minutes walk or just 2 bus stops away to Hougang MRT. Hougang MRT is an upcoming interchange for a cross-island line that is estimated to be ready by 2030. So this essentially means that there will be enhanced connectivity, as you will be just about 3 stops away to Ang Mo Kio towards the central area and 3 stops to Pasir Ris towards the east area. Riverfront Residences is sitting on the previous land of the privatised HUDC named Rio Casa with 286 units. The site was en bloc by a joint venture between Oxy Lianbing, KSH and Apricot Capital in May 2017 at a price of 783 million, translating the land price to 706 PSF per plot ratio. And because this is one of the earlier HUDC that was successfully en bloc, this presents a very attractive entry price for many buyers, and that's why the project is now more than 99% sold. The site area of Riverfront Residences is generously sized at 36,811 square meter at a huge number of 1,472 units. There is a total of 9 blocks of 17-story high apartment, and what is most interesting is that there are 6 commercial shops within the project as well. So this land size allows the developer to provide more than 100 different facilities for residents' pleasure, and is definitely one of the largest land size when compared to surrounding new launches such as Florence Residences, Affinity at Serangoon and Garden Residences. Talking about amenities around the area, for malls we have Hougang Mall, we have Campus One, we have Heartland Mall as well, and if you're looking for a bigger mall with more options, we have Next at Serangoon, so there's plenty of food, groceries and also shopping options for you as well. This project is also good for outdoor nature lover, as we have PCN right in front of the development, which connect you to Punggol, Lorong Halus and Coney Island. So aside from that, some of the primary school around the 1 km vicinity, we have CHIJ, Lady of Nativity, Holy Innocents Primary and many other more. The estimated completion of Riverfront Residences is around end of 2022 or by 2023 Q1. So this means that this unit that we are marketing is a subsale unit. And you may be wondering, what does it mean by a subsale unit? So this means that the first buyer put up this unit up for sale before the completion of the project. So this subsale unit might be great for you if you're looking for a new launch that is completing soon, yet at an affordable entry price, and you still get to enjoy the free defects warranty from the developer, which is valid for a year. Moving on to unit details, we are on a high floor unit on stack 53. So if you look at the map, you realize that this stack is overlooking a HDB block. As of January, this particular stack has already built up to level 17. And when we went down on the site visit, based on the photos taken, it shows that our floor should be overlooking the HDB block at level 13. And this one-bedder configuration, I would say, is of an efficient layout. So right as we look into the unit, you'll be fronting your balcony, and as you enter the unit, on the right side is an open concept fully fitted kitchen. Of course, you get your space for your indoor dining area that is nicely integrated with your living area. So moving on to the balcony, you can simply extend the living area by installing a zip track that is subjected to MCST approval, and have the option to level your balcony flooring by overlaying wooden decking. So this way, you get to enjoy more privacy, you get to enjoy your alfresco dining, and at the same time allow the aircon to flow into the balcony. And another benefit of doing so is that you actually free up more indoor space if you choose to have alfresco dining. When you move on to the master bedroom, you realize that there is a built-in wardrobe that is provided by the developer, and you can comfortably fit in a queen-size bed, and of course with your master bath that is nicely done up for you as well. So in short, there isn't much further renovation needed unless you like to install zip track, or do additional carpentry work in the living area, which also can be easily replaced by furniture pieces. Okay, so now let's move on to some points why you should be considering this unit. Point number one is definitely the price point when it's come to affordability. If you're considering a bigger unit at 721 square feet, a 2-bed 2-bath over here, currently there are a few listings in the market asking at a range of 1.098 mil to 1.25 mil. So when we compare that with our one-bedder with an entry price that's slightly above 700k, this is an additional 378,000 to 530,000 if you're looking for a 2-bed 2-bath over here. So all these numbers are based on asking, and when we look at 2-bedder subsale units that are already transacted, the numbers are at around 1.018 million and 1.04 million, which still put this at a price disparity of 320,000 between a 1 and 2-bedder here at Riverfront Residences. So with this, we believe that the asking price of our unit presents a very affordable and lower barrier to entry for many first-time homeowners or investors. Point number two, Riverfront Residences falls within the growth region. So within URA Master Plan, just right across Serangoon River, we have the entire forested area zone for business. So you can get your tenant pool from here if you're looking to rent out the unit. But what is even more exciting is that Riverfront Residences is part of Paya Lebar Airbase redevelopment. So this means that it will bring about more connectivity, liveliness and job opportunities from the mix of commercial and residential development. So this is the good news for both homeowners and investors as it strengthens your tenant pool. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit more about numbers. So assuming at an interest rate of 1.5%, which is a conservative assumption, and at a 30-year loan period, your monthly mortgage will be $1,863 and MCST will be at $160 per month. So this should total up to a monthly payment of $2,023. And for homeowners, I'm going to break down this number so it sounds more manageable for you as well. Assuming you're earning a monthly salary of $6,000 and below the age of 35, your monthly OA contribution should be at around $1,380. So this essentially means that you only need to pay a monthly of $643 in cash. And if you are an investor, let's take a look at nearby project Kingsford Waterbay as a reference. The most recent one-bedder rental transacted was at $2,200 a month, and using this as a benchmark, this will bring at about a rental yield of 3.5% for you. By the time Riverfront Residences complete, we should be expecting a slightly higher rental, given it being a newer project. So this means you still get to enjoy a monthly positive cash flow of 177, which translates into a good holding power, which is important for all investors. So once again, all these figures are conservatively based on a higher interest rate at 1.5%. So if you were to use today's interest rate at about 1.2%, your monthly positive cash flow as well as rental yield should be at an even healthier number. And not forgetting that this unit is ready for key collection by early 2023, so investor can actually rent out this unit and collect rental ASAP. Last but not least, point number 3, exit strategy. This is a safe price to enter for a one-bedder price at around 700k quantum for a new launch, because we know that upcoming new launches are estimated to launch from 2000 PSF onwards. And from a nearby new development, a one-bedder unit directly from the developer is already going at more than 900k. So it's going to be very rare to get a one-bedder at around the quantum of 700k. So this entry price acts as a cushion for your exit strategy, as there are still room for capital appreciation. So aside from that, most development along Hougang Avenue 7 are already more than 10 years old, and we know that being the newest development around the area have a competitive edge, as buyers tend to favor newer development and will have Riverfront Residences on their watch list. So for homeowners, you get to enjoy newer and better facilities for a low maintenance fee at only $160 a month. This also includes a parking lot, so it is the same or even cheaper than staying in a HDB, and yet you get to enjoy these facilities at your doorstep. Thank you for staying true with me. If you're a single who's looking for your own space, a young couple who wants to own their first property, or an investor who's looking for a high rental yield unit, this is for you. Once again, I'm Jesslyn from Crestbreak, and do get in touch with me if you're interested for more details or if you're keen to have a one-on-one consultation on your next property move. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye!